Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to give you the best advice to help you get through your opiate withdrawal based on my own experiences, having had several opiate withdrawals myself. There's a lot of fear around opiate withdrawal, particularly if you've not been through one before, and you may have heard all sorts of horror stories. The first thing I want to say before I go into the video is that every single withdrawal from opiates is different based on many things. The substance you were taking, how much of it you were taking, how long you were taking it for, your body size, your body mass index, your immune system. So many different ways it can be different. So please don't listen to any horror stories. What I'm going to try and do in this video is to give you some sort of understanding of what is happening to your body, which will allay perhaps some of the fears around it, to help prepare for it in the best way possible, so that when you go into it, you can get through it in the most comfortable manner you can. I'm not going to lie to you, of course it's going to be uncomfortable. A friend of mine in rehab once said to me, it's the cost of doing business. It's something that you are going to have to go through if you've been taking opiates for any length of time. But hopefully this video will help you do that. Just before I go into it, please, if you'd like to give the channel a little support and it needs your help, please click on the Ko-fi link in the description. Just have a minute to give it a quick read, find out how you can give the channel some support, and that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So the first thing I want to do is to help you prepare for opiate withdrawal, because the thing is, if you don't prepare for it, there are going to be things that are happening during it that may derail you if you haven't got stuff to hand that'll help you deal with the symptoms immediately. So the best way, from my own experience, preparing for it, because there are some symptoms that are unpleasant and uncomfortable. So you have stuff to hand to deal with that. The first thing I want to talk about, and it's innocuous this, and it may seem sort of the furthest thing from your mind, but before you go into it, prepare yourself plenty of clean bed linen, clean clothes, etc. You don't want to have to do any washing or anything like that during your withdrawal, because you're not going to have the energy or feel like doing it. And also, the reason I'm talking about bed linen and clothing that you have to change constantly is because during withdrawal you will sweat a lot, and it stinks, it's smelly stuff, it's constantly sweating this smell out, and you don't want to be lying in that because it just makes it more unpleasant to get through the withdrawal. So having stuff to hand is useful, because you're not going to have the energy, so just have that done. The second thing I want to talk about is nutrition during the withdrawal, because you're not going to feel like cooking. Part of the symptoms of opiate withdrawal will be nausea, there'll be absolute lack of energy, there'll be diarrhea, that sort of stuff going on. So you need to be getting, to help you get through the withdrawal, good nutrition into you. So I just want to quickly talk about supplementation and the best things you can be taking during withdrawal to help allay some of the symptoms, and also nutrition. Before you go into withdrawal, again, this is part of the preparation stage. What I did, and this was only through learning, because the first couple of times I didn't have this done, and I learned from that, is to have food batch cooked in your freezer. And I know this sounds stupid, but it's really going to be useful for you to have sort of healthy soup, stuff that's easy to eat, even stuff that's pre-packed in your fridge that you buy before, sort of healthy, nutritious stuff that you can nibble on, even sugary snacks, anything that's going to help you get through, but preferably nutritious stuff. stuff that you can make, prepare in advance and put in your freezer and your fridge. So you've got between 5 and 8 days supply of good nutritious food, fruit, nuts, seeds, stuff to pick at, stuff that's healthy and easy to eat. And, smoothies, pre-prepared, anything like that at all that's going to get nutrient dense food inside of you to help your body start recovering. Supplements that you are really going to help you during withdrawal. A really good multivitamin to start with, because if you've been in addiction for a long time, particularly opiate addiction, you're not going to have been eating properly. You're going to have been eating shitty food. Your body is probably going to be in a state of almost starvation. So you're going to need to get nutrient dense stuff inside of you, as well as the food supplementation will help, and also help alleviate some of the withdrawal symptoms. So a good multivitamin and mineral stuff to boost your immune system, 1,000 milligram vitamin C tablets, which will help your body's immune system, help you recover more quickly from some of these withdrawal symptoms, get that down you on a daily basis. Something called acetyl L-carnitine has been proven to alleviate withdrawal symptoms, because what you want to be avoiding, some people go down the route of getting prescriptions from the doctor, sort of sleeping tablets because of the insomnia, or diazepam to alleviate withdrawal symptoms. Please, if you can, avoid those avenues. Try and keep to the natural sort of stuff, because you don't want to be getting addicted to anything else during this. Acetyl L-carnitine is proven to alleviate withdrawal symptoms. Probiotics, good probiotics, because your gut needs help, because it will have suffered during your addiction. So probiotics will help you, your body gets all this nutrition into it, help your body digest, and also help your body suck in some of these nutrients. Stuff to help you relax. Insomnia is a terrible thing. It's one of the symptoms that drive people back to addiction, and it make withdrawals unsuccessful. Stuff like ginseng and stuff like valerian, natural stuff, will help you relax, your body relax. Magnesium glycinate is one of the best things you can take to alleviate restless legs. Is another horrible symptom of withdrawal. Magnesium glycinate will help relax muscles. It's proven to help you sleep and your body relax and your nervous system relax. Take that. Also have stuff like diurolite, which is because you're going to be losing fluid through sickness and through diarrhea. Diurolite, like body salts, that'll help with that, so you don't get too dehydrated. Diurolite's a good one to do that. There are other brands out there. Imodium for the diarrhea, loperamidine, if you're in America, it might be a different brand name, but Imodium to help with the diarrhea, getting all that stuff in. And then if the restless legs are driving you absolutely mad, because it is a horrible symptom, then you want a dopamine agonist, because restless legs is to do with the lack of dopamine, which I'll go onto in a minute. Ropinroll is something that can be prescribed by a doctor. There are other things as well, but Ropinroll is a really good one that will really help with restless legs. And if you're suffering badly with that, you can perhaps go to the doctor prior to your opiate withdrawal and explain, and perhaps get that prescribed to you. So that's your nutrition, your bedding, your supplementation, stuff that you can be taking during it. The symptoms themselves, the thing is with opiate withdrawal, right? As soon as you stop taking opiates, particularly if you've been taking them for a long time, then your body will immediately begin to heal itself and try to achieve something you may have heard of called homeostasis, which is balance. So that balance means that it needs to get back to its natural state. And because you've been taking opiates, the opiates will have knocked out of everything out of balance, everything out of its natural state, particularly your brain chemicals. And the most important ones are those like dopamine, your endorphins, oxytocin, all of those type of chemicals, serotonin, will have been really badly damaged, because what happens when you take opiates is that the opiates sit on your opiate receptors. They supply that dopamine rush constantly. Your brain then learns that. This is why as your tolerance builds up to opiates, it builds up and builds up and builds up. Your brain literally stops making these feel-good chemicals because they're being supplied by the opiates. That's why you need to keep taking more and more just to feel normal. So it stops making dopamine. Serotonin stops being produced in your gut and in your brain. Endorphins stop. Oxytocin stops. So that doesn't suddenly all start coming back when you stop taking opiates. So you've got nothing there. And because the opiates have gone now as well, your body will, you'll have this feeling of real anxiety, dread, sort of demotivation, depression, lack of energy. You won't feel like moving at all. The restless legs come from the dopamine. Also, your adrenal system will have been affected by the opiates. So you'll have a massive surge that will have been suppressed. You'll have a massive surge of adrenaline, and cortisol, obviously. That will affect, that's why insomnia happens during, there's other parts of your brain affected that control your temperature, which is why you sweat a lot, you maybe tremble a lot, your muscles have all been affected. This is all these symptoms are part of your body rebalancing. It's like your gut. The opiates will have stopped your gut. You would have been constipated for a long, long time with opiates. Your gut system will not have worked properly for ages. So when you stop, all of a sudden your gut becomes massively overactive. This is where the diarrhea comes from. Another really unpleasant symptom, which is why you need to keep drinking water, why you need diaurolite, why all that is so important. Understanding what's happening to your body, the fact that it's just trying to heal and rebalance, will allay some of, or it helped me allay some of those fears of withdrawal. What's happening to my body? If you understand it, the worst of these symptoms will happen in the first 3 days of your withdrawal. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's less than it is, because it is bloody hard. And one of the things that really helped me, not having any pills or anything like that in the house, not having any money, having someone I could call on the phone constantly, someone that was dropping in to check me, all of that really helped so that I couldn't go out. Because one of the hardest things for you will be mentally is that taking a pill or taking whatever you were taking will just alleviate all these symptoms that you're going through, all these horrible things that you're going through. So sticking those first 3 days out, knowing that is one of the hardest things you'll do. Have plenty of entertainment handy. Have, like stuff you can stream, stuff you can read, stuff that's going to distract you. Take plenty of warm showers, baths, hot baths, soaking hot baths for your muscles. Do all the things that you're going to need to do to help you get through. If you can get through to day 5, the worst is over. And you're going to get through this. It's a war. It's a battle. Of course it is. But on the other side of it is a massive freedom from this horrible addiction. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but it's one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Preparing for it, setting a date, understanding what's going on in your body, having the right nutrition, the right supplements, the things that are going to keep you comfortable, keep your mind distracted and entertained, they're all absolutely vital. And you will get through, my friends. You will get through to the other side. It is possible, because I've done it. And I was, it took me 3 times, but I've done it. So dig deep. You're a warrior. Stay strong. Carpe diem. Please support the channel by clicking on the Ko-fi link, have a quick read, subscribe if you can. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.